Hey guys, it's FifaRalle here and welcome to episode 1 of Let's FIFA 14 Season 2, and I've really been looking forward to starting this up. So basically we're starting up pretty much straight after we won Division 1 in Season 1. So if you haven't watched the first season, be sure to check that out. There'll be a link in the description down below to a playlist. But we sold on all our players, so we have 206,000 coins, and we got quite a few coins for selling on Royce, Gundogan, Moreno, and a bunch of the other players as well. So we have quite a few coins, and we'll be looking to build some new squads from the start of this episode with those coins. But before we do that, we are going to check up on our squad, because we still have one player remaining, which was the first guy joining in Season 1. It's Ronaldinho, and he's going to be here pretty much throughout the entire Season 2, because what the quest is of Season 2 is to collect all the 5-star skillers on Ultimate Team, which were the same quest we had in Let's FIFA 13, and we are going to make the series kind of similar to this. But from the start, we are going to have a player joining in alongside with Ronaldinho, and that is Neymar, so we get another good 5-star skiller into our squad straight from the start. And you might be thinking, you have 200,000 coins, how are you going to afford Ronaldo, Ibrahimovic and so on? And of course they are really expensive, but what I did was I saw an idea on Reddit, like an idea for FIFA 14 or FIFA 15 Ultimate Team, and I thought that was actually pretty cool. The idea was pretty much based on the game Hearthstone, and I took some of those ideas and implemented them into the new season of Let's FIFA 14. So basically, you have a performance tab, it now got a 0, and that means we got 0 wins. And then you have 3 odd shapes underneath, and that will be losses. So we are going to try and get as many wins as possible until we get 3 losses, and according to how many wins we get the rewards out on the right side. So you can pause the screen and read what the rewards are, but 20 wins is the maximum reward, and then we start over, and if we get 0 wins we get nothing. So basically we'll try and get as many wins as possible before we lose 3 games. And on the left side we have kind of a skillers process where you can see how many skillers we collected, who the latest player is, and then also a skillers quest, which I'll get into a little bit later. But for now, we are building some squads. We are going to, as I said, try and get every single 5-star skiller in Ultimate Team. And yeah, we are going to start out with the worst one, Zico, the bronze player. And I thought that was a pretty good place to start. We're going to start out and play in the bronze tournament. We're going to try out Zico alongside with some of the bronze 4-star skillers and some of the solid bronze players, because I haven't really played with them this year. But of course, we are also going to build a gold skill squad a little bit later on. But first off, we get a bunch of bronze players, as you can see here. For the bronze tournament, as I said, we get some players from the Austrian league there, we get some players from the K-League, the Korean league, and finally we get 2 MLS players for the top, our attack, 2 4-star skillers there as well. And then we move on to build our gold squad, because, well, we got 180k left after having built our bronze team, and we kind of want to have 2 squads we can switch back and forth between to have the perfect fitness. So we pick up McGeady, which we had in the end of Season 1. We pick up Coleman to link up with him. We get Inform Kaka into our squad, and you can probably guess who he'll link up with. He will link up with the transfer Terrapt, will be playing on the left mid. So we're getting a few skillers in, a few interesting players, and we get Constant there on the left back, one of the players who are really solid throughout Season 1 of Let's FIFA 14, and we get Pierre as a defensive player in the midfield. And finally we pick up our defenders. We get Dande as our first center back, and we get another player linking up with him, which is Felipe Santana, a player I really haven't tried out much this year's Ultimate Team. And finally we get a Neuer in the net to almost spend all our final coins. We have 14k left, and for those we pick up a few position modifiers, because we did pick up a few players out of the correct position. Zico, he was a center defensive mid. He was however the cheapest on the market, and I saw it was cheaper to actually pick him up and convert him than picking up the other version. So yeah, we'll convert him. We convert Pierre in our gold squad. We convert Zico as well, and this is pretty much the bronze squad. We're playing a 4-2-2-2 formation. One of the players to look out for is Trimmel, the right back. He's fast, he's quite tall, he got 4-star skills and seems to be a quite interesting player. We got Lazaro, 4-star skills on him as well. He's quite fast, and again, a nice little player to try out. Then we got Zico on the left center attacking mid. He's not very fast, but he got the 5-star skills, and yeah, we'll definitely try and score some skill goals with him. Then got a Villarreal as our first striker, 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, and a long shot trait on him, and Sardis alongside him, 4-star skills and also 4-star weak foot and 83 pace. So this is pretty much our bronze squad, and our gold squad will be playing in a 4-5-1 formation. So We got a bunch of skillers into this side. We got a solid keeper, Emmanuel Neuer, then 2 Brazilian defenders there from the Bundesliga, Constant and Coleman on the fullback positions, Taarabt as a 5-star skiller, and Magidi as a 5-star skiller on the wings. Pierre as the holding mid there, high defensive work rate, Ronaldinho and Kaká on the center attacking mid spots, and Kaká looks really interesting, 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, and good shooting and passing on him. And finally, we do have a Neymar on the top, 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot, and that is the squad we are going to be playing with for the first games in this new season of Let's FIFA 14. So we pick up 2 new kits. They are from the Korean League, and we pick up 7 bronze players because we need a bench with bronze players in order to play, I believe it's called the Bronze Classic Tournament, something like that. So we need the bronze players on the bench, and we head on into our first game. We come up against the MLS side, and the first chance falls to Zico here, and a few skill moves going on. We try to finesse shot with the weak foot, but it goes way over the goal. But we continue on. A few minutes later, Zico on the ball. He ends up passing it to the left back, Vong, and he'll make his way into the box, try to shot it, but it goes wide off the post. And we did create quite a few chances in this game. We find Hierlander, our center defensive mid here, breaking through, making his way into the box. Nice little skill run. We try to alert the keeper, but he will get that somehow, just jumping out and catching it. But then a few minutes later, it's Lazaro, the other Austrian player, making his way into the box, and look at this lovely play to the bicycle kick, but it goes wide off the goal. And a few minutes later, we get another chance. This time around, Sardis breaking through. We drag it back, and this time around, we'll get to a letter past the keeper, and we get the goal to make it 1-0. So we get the lead, and we continue into the second half, but I didn't create that many chances. This was probably the best one. It's Zico with a few nice skill moves, makes his way into the box, tries to find someone with the Rabona, but it was way off, and it goes out to nothing. So in the end, the game ended at 1-0. We had quite a few nice chances, and we got a decent goal in the end. And yeah, we move on through into the next stage in the tournament, but I also wanted to play with the goal squad. And as you can see here, I'm going into the quarterfinals, and if you didn't see it, you can go back and pause it and check it out, because in the first season of Let's FIFA 14, I did play 1 game in the Champions Shield tournament because that was one of the manager tasks. So in this season, we'll have to start from the quarterfinals, but I don't think it mattered too much. We get into the game, and we are playing with our new skill squad. I don't think I've played with this many skillers in a long time, so yeah, it's a lot of fun trying to play with some skill squad on a regular basis, because to be honest, the first season, it was about winning the divisions, play to win. This season is all about getting cool goals, collecting all the 5-star skillers, and trying to build some awesome skill squads along the way. So that is kind of what we'll be aiming for. And yeah, we get our first nice little skill goal here in the game with Neymar after Magidi finds him. But into the second half, we'll pass a ball across the box, find Suarez, and get him the equalizer to make it a 1-1. But then Kaká showed up, and he was really good to play with. I was really surprised. Extremely fun player to use. We get a shot in here, unlucky there. It is safe, but we get on the ball again. And I tried to go with a fancy pass into Constant. I failed it completely. I picked the ball up, tried to cross in with a Rabona. It was a regular cross and a terrible header. And when I scored that, I was just like, no, why did I score that goal? Because even though it gives me the lead, I like to score cool goals, and I'll try my best to kind of avoid these kind of goals because I want to score awesome goals in this series. But in the end, that was the winning goal of the game. We win it 2-1. We move into the semifinals of that tournament. And that is pretty much the end of this episode. But at the end of each episode, we'll be going to kind of the hub screen, as you can see here, the screen showing all the different stats. As you can see, we won 2 games. We got 5 out of the 37 skillers on Ultimate Team. And the latest player we got was Taarabt. And then we have the skillers quest, which I said I would get back to. And that is basically a quest you guys can give me. So it's basically you want me to maybe score a specific goal with a specific skill move, or do something fancy in the game, something I should try and pull off. And every time I pull it off, I'll maybe get a pack as a reward, or a certain amount of coins, depending on how hard it is. And yeah, what I want you guys to do is comment down below for what that quest should be, the first quest we get. And that is pretty much all for the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. We'll be back again maybe tomorrow or the day after tomorrow with episode 2. And that's all. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you later.